So here we are at North Stradbroke Island in the Dunwich in the 1 mile anchorage, looking north to Moreton Bay Island. So it was time to run ashore, and first stop was the little ship club, a very beautifully landscaped yacht club on the very north point in Dunwich. And they made us very welcome there. We met some of the locals, including Brett, and some of the trawlermen. One of the trawlermen allowed us to use his mooring for a few days, which was really kind. And the pub served nice cold beer in the bar, and quite a history of, you can see some of the brag plates on the walls there from regattas. A lot of members come over from the city, from Brisbane, and come along and join in the club. Walking into town, the club is slightly away from town. Population I think it's about 2,000. North Stradbroke. It was an interesting island because it won native title for the indigenous population in 2011, and so the island is largely run by the First Nations people, the Quadromuka people. And it's good to see their society here, and I spent time talking to some of the elders like Ian Delaney, and we had a beer at the club and discussed Aboriginal culture. And they have quite a few shops and where you can get traditional Indigenous artwork, and just talking with people, especially the museum was very interesting. The folk museum, it's got, you know, the colonial history and Indigenous history, lots of shipwrecks. You can imagine the shifting sands of Moreton Bay trapped a lot of ships, and the traditional hunting, like for the dugong, you know, the sea cows as they call them. That was a big rich source, and Aboriginal people are still allowed to hunt the dugong. That's still their native title right. But colonial history swept over the island. It was a quarantine station, Dunwich. And the ship here called the Immigrant, it came with a boatload of people who had typhoid, and 44 of them were buried here in 1850. So the island's seen a lot of strife. You can imagine the colonial takeover, and then the medical facilities. So the island had quite a lot of, it had a big hospital, lots of buildings rolling down to the coast, and the coast on the other side. This is the east side. We took a bus to the east side, and this is actually local people trying to stop a whale watching building being built for the tourists, because they reckon it's going to destroy the local area. Beaches are some of the best in Australia. At the Point, this is called the Point Lookout. It really is, I would say, some of the best beaches I've seen in Australia, and that's saying something considering I've been right round it. Very popular with four-wheel drivers. They come over on the several car ferries, and I didn't see a lot of surf here. There's a bit of surf, but it's really beautiful rocky coastline. So yeah, and the town had quite a lot of shops. There's a good butcher, there's a good sports club we enjoyed going to for meals. But yeah, got the dinghy back to the boat. We stayed there about 4 or 5 days because we got storm bound. But looking west, it's beautiful. You get some beautiful views from the anchorage. Sheltered here, you're sheltered here from every direction except the east. So it was good, and getting some takeaways in Skybird. Enjoying some Carol enjoying some wine and pizza. But it's a very tranquil spot, Dunwich. Nearby is another anchorage called Mayora, which is slightly to the north, but not so accessible. It's well out of town. So we really enjoyed our time here, and the weather became fine, and the wind went down, and we just enjoyed the ambience of Dunwich.
you.